Hi, welcome to day 2 of No Mrs. Bryant. To start today, I need you to get out your homework from last night. You also need a calculator, a sharpened pencil, your journal, and today's topic is rates. Please pause the camera while everybody gets out what they need. You will also need a pen to check your work. Be back in a minute. All right, please trade papers with someone at your table for your homework from last night. It starts with Andy Handy and Stocking Groceries. The milk display holds a total of 161 gallon containers. Sales figures show that the cheaper store brand milk outsells the national brand milk by 7-3. How can the store brand be represented using X? That would be 7X. The national brand would be 3X. Write an equation for the total number of 1 gallon milk containers in the display. You'd have 7X plus 3X equals 160. Solve for X. When you do, you find that the store brand, which is this first one, is 112 gallons, and the national brand would be 48 gallons. A supermarket cereal shelves holds 510 boxes of cereal. Sales figures show that Corn Flakes brand cereal and other cereals sell in the ratio of 5:3-9. So obviously we're going to use 5X, 3X, and 9X. To write the equation, you set those three, the sum of those three equal to 510, and you solve to get 150 Corn Flakes, 90 brand, and 270 other. In the movie Jurassic Park, hopefully you're keeping up. I'll leave this up like this so you can still see that last one. In the movie Jurassic Park, the dinosaurs were scale models, and so was the sport utility vehicle that the T-Rex overturned. The scale ratio comparing the model to the actual object was 1 inch to 8 inches. What generalized formula could be used to find the scale model compared to the actual model? You would use 1 times X. And what generalized formula could be used to find the actual compared to the scale model? That would be 8 times X. The actual vehicle was about 14 feet long. What was the length of the model sports utility vehicle in inches? Be careful to make sure you are working in the right unit. You needed to convert this 14 feet into inches first, and the correct answer would be 21 inches. Number 4 says, Ellie is making an abstract triangular collage for the wall. She has 14 feet of edging to go around. That's perimeter. If the longest side is twice the smallest, so here's our smallest, and the longest is 2 times the smallest, and the other side is 4 less than 3 times the smallest, find the length of each side of the triangular collage. I count or combine all my S's, 3, 4, 5, 6X, 6S, minus 4 is equal to 14. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. Divide by 6. So S equals 3. The shortest side equals 3. The longest side would be 3 times 2, which is 6. And then 3 times 3 is 9, minus 4 is 5. Give y'all just a minute to make sure everybody's getting their papers graded. Number 5. The correct answers would be 6 feet, 28 feet, and 18 feet. Number 6 is 36 inches and 100 inches. And number 7, A should be X minus 3, B would be 16X, C would be 10 times X minus 3, D would be 16X plus 10, open parentheses, X minus 3, close parentheses, equals 100. So find the amount of tons shoveled by each brother and the amount of time. You have Ben at 5 days and 80 tons, and Shar at 2 days and 20 tons. To get your number of problems missed, do not grade number 7. No grade Don't worry about if those are right or wrong. Just make sure that you put the answers down so they have them. Otherwise, your grading is very simple. Count up the number they missed, and here are your grades. Please record that on their papers. Give it back to the person so they can look at it. Collect one person, collect all of them from the table, and turn them into the turn-in box. Please pause the video while you do that, and I'll be back shortly. Alrighty, welcome back. We are now going to be working with rates. Yesterday we worked with ratios. Today you're going to get a new foldable. It's a cute little puppy foldable. And it's all going to be about rates. We've already been working on some of these problems, so this should be really simple for us today. Now the independent work or the practice you're going to do in groups and work on your own may be a little trickier, but I'm thinking y'all can handle it. So if you fold it, again, this one is upside down, I apologize. You're going to fold it into thirds. It'll have a little puppy on the front. You need to make sure, if you didn't yesterday, that you glue your other little fish foldable in. You'll also glue this one in when you're finished with it today. So it says, the Gooding High School French Club needs to raise money so that they could attend a French foreign film in Austin. The club has decided to sponsor a pet dipping day. Kat, the club president, good joke there? No? Okay. Has a price quote from Barking Lot Grooming for the cost of flea dip. Barking Lot Grooming will sell the flea dip for $5 a bottle plus a shipping charge per order of $3. Write an expression that represents the amount of money charged by Barking Lot Grooming for an order of flea dip. I'm going to use Y and X for this one. Why? Because I feel like it. So, we have our simple equation we start with always right here. In this case, I need to figure out what is my multiplier and what is my constant. Most of you probably already know, but I'm going to give you a minute to figure it out. Pause if necessary. My constant is the $3 shipping charge per order, and my multiplier is $5 per bottle. So the equation here for this Barking Lot Grooming problem would be y equals 5x plus 3. Now we need to evaluate the cost for 5 bottles, 15 bottles, and 25 bottles. You will be using your calculator, at least I hope you will, because it's faster. But I do expect you to write out the problems here. And solve accordingly. I'd love to be walking around the room checking your answers, by the way. If y'all still need more time, please pause the video. If not, we're moving on. Now we need to decide that, figure out if the Gooding French Club paid $88 for the flea dip, how many bottles did they buy? Now in this case we have money, and we have talked about looking at your units. Remember that in this case, Y is our total cost, and X is our number of bottles. So in this case, this money amount right here is going to be our Y, our total cost. So we're going to set it equal and solve. I subtract 3 from both sides. Next step, divide both sides by 5. Very good. And X equals, using your calculator, $17. So they purchased 17 what? Bottles. You give you a minute just to catch that if you did not. Please feel free to watch these videos at home later if you need to. All right, the Gooding French Club can spend no more than $50 on flea dip. So now we need to write an inequality. In this case, we're still going to use 5x plus 3. But now we know that the Gooding French Club cannot spend more than $50. But they can spend 50. But they can't spend more than that. So 50 is going to be greater than the amount they spend, or it's going to be equal to the amount they spend. We'll solve the inequality algebraically. Starting by subtracting 3 from both sides, and then following it up with dividing by 5. So they can buy less than or equal to, I believe it's 9 point something bottles. However, I'm not selling 0.4 of a bottle, so you can leave your answer as 9. You are not going to answer C, so you may cross it off. We'll go to the graphing part when we get our new calculators, hopefully at the end of this month. Now you're going to work on some problems in groups or by yourself, however you choose. That's not the page. There are 6 problems. I would like each of you only have to pick out 3 to complete. So any 3 you would like is what you're going to work on in class. Hopefully I'll see y'all soon.